What's going on, guys? My name is David. Welcome back to the channel. Today I have another ranked video for you guys, but it's gonna be a little different. Instead of doing a top 10 today, we're gonna be doing a top 5. Now this idea came to me from, well, basically the series that I'm going to be doing the rank series on. If you guys have ever heard of the series Epic Rap Battles of History, as you see on the whiteboard behind me, they are a comedy rap duo of Nice Peter, Epic Lloyd. They do fantastic rap battles. If you guys have never heard of them, check them out. They're fantastic. And on their second channel, they each posted their top 5 most favorite rap battles. And as I was walking back from class today, I'm thinking, why have I never done that? I've seen them all. I like a shit ton of them, but I've never ranked them before. I've never put my order for what my favorites are. So in today's video, that's exactly what we're going to be doing. I'm going to have 3 honorable mentions, and then my top 5 favorite rap battles out of all of them. Sit back, relax, and let's get on with the list. So number 5, the honorable mentions are going to be before number 1, just so you know. So number 5 is, I should have my notes here, is Bruce Lee versus Clint Eastwood.
Clint Eastwood versus Bruce Lee!
It's just because both people that they embody, Bruce Lee and Clint Eastwood, are just, each of their own, they're just total badasses. The people that they got to represent them, they did it perfectly. Bruce Lee was just one of those people that whenever you saw him, whether it was in a film, in a fight, whatever the case, you just were like, oh my god, that guy is such a badass, I want to be him. And obviously his life was taken a little bit too short. Rest in peace, Bruce Lee. But yeah, he was just one of those fighters where you just knew shit was going to go down whenever he would step in the ring or face someone. And Clint Eastwood just, man, what can you not say about Clint Eastwood? He was one of the best cowboy actors out there, pretty much. He's still going. The guy's in like his mid-80s or early 80s, and he is still acting. He's still in movies. I just saw a trailer at the end of last year that starred Clint Eastwood. Like, wow, that guy is still going. I'm like, congrats to him, but jeez. Career that started in about the 50s, 60s, and he's still going today. That's impressive. But yeah, these guys are total badasses, and honestly, just the last line, man. The last line in that battle just sealed everything. If you guys don't know what that is, all the links to the battles will be in the description below, so check them out. Definitely, they will not waste your time. Now, number 4 is Martin Luther King Jr. versus Gandhi.
Martin Luther King versus Gandhi!
Is on the list. 2 names, Key and Peele. Before they split up, or before they went their several ways, Key and Peele were 2 of the best comedians, or the best comedian group out there. If you guys have ever seen any of their videos on Comedy Central, whether it be on the actual channel, whether it be on the YouTube channel, whatever the case, they were just hilarious. They're even in the latest Toy Story 4. It's coming out in June, which, just from the trailers that they've shown, like, they still got their comedic charm. They know what they're doing, and they love it. And they just portray these guys perfect. Gandhi, now I'm going to be honest here, I don't know much about Mahatma Gandhi. I know he was a pacifist, and he led people. I'm not going to say I know much about him, because I don't, so. But obviously Martin Luther King was one of the big guys, had his Freedom March, had his big speech the Lincoln Memorial and just told the world what we all should believe. Like, I don't know. Like, they just really, all the people that are on this list epitomize the character that they are. And that's what I love about these battles. It's just they epitomize them. They take into account what the characters or people were, and they, in a sense, throw their own spin on it, but also keep it the way they were. And that's what I love. So moving on to number 3 is two of the biggest artists out there, just ever. It's Elvis Presley and Michael Jackson. How can you get a better artist matchup than the King versus the King of Pop? Like, you can't. It didn't matter when or what iteration of Michael Jackson you're talking about, the younger version or the older version. They're both fantastic in their own right. Younger Michael Jackson with Jackson 5 just dominated the charts, and the older Michael Jackson really hit it with a new crowd, the old crowd. He just hit every cylinder. Every cylinder was hit. Not one was missed. But then you got Elvis, who just took everyone by storm, singing every type of genre, from holiday songs to country songs to pop songs. You sing anything and make it sound fantastic. Obviously, he had a bit of a run-in with drugs, and yeah, you know how that happened. But some people say he's still alive. So maybe you've seen Elvis in your daily life, but you never knew. Think about it. Got it memorized? Now, number 2 is, again, by Key and Peele. And honestly, this one and number 1, I was flip-flopping for a while, but I decided on this order just because of where it stands. But these, in all, are probably always going to be my number 2, top 2 favorites. And number 2 is Michael Jordan versus Muhammad Ali.
Michael Jordan versus Muhammad Ali!
Honestly, I'm a big sports guy, obviously. Yeah, I am a big baseball guy, but I do keep track of all sports. I don't pay as much attention to the other sports, but besides baseball, but I do know a bunch of players from basketball, football, hockey, some. But Muhammad Ali and Michael Jordan are two of the biggest sports icons you can get. There are probably some in baseball that can live up to Michael Jordan, like Derek Jeter or people like that, but still, you can't really get any bigger than Michael Jordan. And, I mean, granted, Michael Jordan was in a goddamn Looney Tunes movie in Space Jam, which they're bringing LeBron into the sequel, so we'll see how that goes. But this one, just nothing was wrong with it. All the bars were perfectly on pace. Every line was snappy. It worked well. All the comebacks smooth. Everything went together perfect. And now for some honorable mentions before we get into number 1. Some honorable mentions are Walter White versus Rick Grimes, Battle of Breaking Bad versus The Walking Dead, William Wallace versus George Washington, and the Battle of the Directors, which is, it starts with Alfred Hitchcock versus Steven Spielberg, and then goes from there. Adds on 3 more. I'll leave a link in the description so you guys can see who they bring in. Trust me, it's a fantastic matchup. I highly recommend it. I highly recommend all of these that are on the list, but yeah. And number 1, for me, my favorite rap battle, Steve Jobs versus Bill Gates. Steve Jobs and Bill Gates, two fantastic people, did fantastic things. Steve Jobs did pass away. Obviously had some run-in with pancreatic cancer, but still, even like from what he did in his life, he revolutionized how phones are made, like, nowadays. Seriously, like, obviously he brought the first iPhone into the mainstream, the iPad. You got all these devices which I feel eventually would have been made, but he really revolutionized them. And then you got Bill Gates with the PC. He owned Xbox for many, many, many years. He originally had started with the original one. I think he worked on the 360. I don't think he got to the Xbox One. Maybe he did. I don't really know much about Bill Gates. But he does a lot of work with charity. Like, these are two great people, and the battle just takes it to another level. Takes their friendships, their work, their everything. You even meet someone at the very end that it sort of fits, but in a sense you wouldn't really expect it. And I think that fits. Some things with these people, with these guys, Steve Jobs and Bill Gates, just were unexpected. And many things happened just out of nowhere, and it worked. It just worked. But yeah, guys, those was my top 5 top epic rap battles of history. Let me know what you thought down in the comment section. Do you like my list? Do you not like it? What's your top 5? I actually would want to see what yours are, and I will pin my favorite. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that like button if you liked it, and hit the notification bell so you can stay up to date with content that I upload. So, hope you guys have a great evening, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.